Hello guys, I am back for another video. Welcome back. This is That NCAA Gamer. Another deck profile. It is Traplich. Traplich is a very fun deck for Avalanche players with a handful of traps to stop your opponents, featuring with the new card that came out in the recent TCG set, Lord of Heavy Prison. Now, we're going to show you this nice 41 card deck profile with a 15 card side deck and a 15 card, extra deck inside deck. First off, we're going to start with 3 Lord of Heavy Prisons. Since this card came out, a lot more Avalanche players has been evolving, or Paleozoics. So this card, you pretty much reveal it and keep it reveal during until the next of your opponent's turn. It protects all your set spells and traps. This is why Avalanche or Paleozoics are good, because they have traps they want to keep and don't want to get destroyed by, like a Harpy Feather Duster, but it can get removed by spell cards. So Cyclone can actually get rid of them because it banishes, then destroys. But overall, this card is especially good, and I just want to play 3. What he can do is, let me zoom in a little closer. Yeah, there we go. He can, after you use effect, or if you activate one of your set traps, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card, which is pretty cool. And you have a nice 3K beater, level 10, and it helps you out to summon your level 10 Exceed monsters. Next, I have 2 Golden Lures, Avalanches. People play 2, people play 3, but I think 2 maybe would be right. If not, maybe 3. I don't know. It's the same for the Lord of Heavy Prison. People will play 2 or people play 3. I feel like 2 might be the right choice, but if it's not really fair to me, I'll probably play 3. Overall, they're a disruptor, and they can reborn and give a zombie monster, including himself, 1,000 attack and defense, and won't be destroyed by card effects, which is pretty cool. Also, he's level 10, so again, level 10 exceeds. So next, I have 3 Inspector Borders. So pretty much, it just stops your opponents from doing plays, pretty much. But of course, it can be outed by, getting a Tribute, or maybe getting hit with Imperm, or maybe if your opponent is very heavily special summoning on the Xyz, Fusion, Pendulums, or Links in Rituals turn 1, so they can start using their effects. But they can only use it, depends how many cards are on the field. So let's just say they have a Ritual and a Link. That means you can only use effects up to 2. Or if they only have 1, 1, and so on and so forth. And the thing is about these cards are so good is that your opponent can't even attempt to activate. It's just a straight on, like, hey, you just gotta get rid of this card before this does do some dirty work. Next, here's the one-ofs. Never mind, not the one-ofs. Next, I have Destiny here, Celestial, and Dasher. They're just for Destroy Phoenix's Forcer. Nothing much. Celestial, if you have no cards in your hand, you can banish one other hero and draw 2 cards. That's not on the turn if it's when it went to the graveyard. So you gotta wait for a turn. Next, we have 2 Lava Golems. I decided to play them as a main deck because I think it'd be a good idea to play as main deck. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll just put them aside and put anything else in the main. But Lava Golem is a good, summon monster. Break, pretty much somewhat breaking their boards. Plus, it does 1,000 damage to your opponent, which is pretty good. So it's a good burner card. But you gotta watch that because you're giving someone a nice 3,000 beat stick, which is kind of scary. But overall, you can probably out it or keep this thing under lockdown. Next, we have 3 Fusion Destinies. The Fusion Destinies are just for, Destroy Phoenix Force, or nothing much. Next we have 3 Pot of Prosperities. So these cards are your enhanced inhibitor. These are really strong. They you can banish 3, banish 6 or 6, and you can activate depending on how many you banish by 3 or 6. And for the rest of the turn, your opponent only does you can only do half damage to your opponent, and you can't draw extra cards. So this could be your last card in the eliminator. But yeah, overall, Prosperities are pretty strong, and I like them. And it works perfectly well. I think it's better than Pot of Extracts because you randomly banish, and you could actually banish that one card you kind of need, like example Phoenix Enforcer. And plus Prosperity you could pick. Next is 3 copies. Oh, this is gonna be my Eldlinch spells and traps. So we have 3 Curse Eldlinch, 3 elixirs of Scarlet Sanguine, 3 Condisadors. No, I can actually put it right here, and 2 Harqueros. I've been seeing people doing this ratio. I might actually change it. Maybe I'll put a 3rd copy of Harquero, but I don't know. I can probably see it as a brick. But overall, I'm just going to do the same engine kind of style I've been seeing everybody. So Curse Eldlinch, if you pay 800, you can search a Golden Land or a Golden Land, or no, Eldlinch or a Golden Land Trap. And if it goes to the graveyard, you can send one. So pretty much it's a good enabler. Or a +1, depends. Or it's a good setup, pretty much, I could say, if you actually draw the Sanguines, or maybe you just want to set up or sorting out your deck. Secret Sanguines, they can summon your Eldlinch from your deck and or graveyard, which is pretty good. Or it could be a zombie too, but this is for Eldlinch, so yeah, it's gonna be only Eldlinch. Condisador, it's one of the trap monsters. Oh, also for Sanguine, if you banish it, you do get to set a Golden Land trap card. Next is Condisador. Condisador it's a trap monster with 500 attack, 1800 defense, and also if Eldlinch is on the field, you can destroy it. You can target 1 card on the field, and it has to be a face-up card. Target 1 face-up card and destroy it. This is pretty cool. And also, if you banish it, you get to set a elixir trap or spell. Next is 2 copies of Harqueros. So Harqueros are just like your banishers. They do the same effect, but same banish effect to set a elixir for you, and also sorry about that. And also it has 1800 attack, 1500 defense, and yeah. And also, if Eldlinch is on the field, you can banish a card, which is pretty cool. So it's like your little DD Crow for Eldlinch. Next we have 3. I'm gonna do my stun traps, I'm guessing, my battle traps. So I have 3 Summon Strikes, 3 Summon Limits, 3 TT. Let me do this. 3 TT and 1 Dogmatic Punishment. So punishment is just for, I do play 1 Ecclesia as a side deck. I could actually move it to the main deck and maybe try something else as my side deck. It's my one of. But yeah, this punishment is just to dump 1 of my cards and pop a card. And plus, the thing is, the reason I play punishment is because I do have some cards that actually works with Dogmatic or works with against Maximus. And I just don't want to hurt myself as much as I can, which is pretty cool. And plus, I have a really good card for it that works in my favor. Let's just say that. Yeah. Next summon limit. Well, pretty much, if you got your build ready, you don't really need to summon much. And summon limit just, yeah. You can only summon up to 2 cards while this card's in the face up. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Next is Torrential Tribute. You know what the trap card does. It just destroys all your cards, all the monsters on the field. It's pretty good. It's a smart idea to special summon your Eldlinch from the Eldlinch effect, so it can just protect himself because it can't destroy by card effects. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And Summon Strike is just to stop from effects or special summoning. and you play 3 of them. It's a good consistency. Then the one ofs is Skill Drain and Imperial Order. Imperial Order, you know what it does? It stops spell cards. And Skill Drain just stops effects. And the funny thing is for Avalanche or Heavenly Prison, their effects are from hand and graveyard. Well, hand and graveyard for Avalanche, but while Heavenly Prison is just from hand. So pretty much you don't really need to use their effects. The only thing you gotta watch out is that it will affect your Spectre Border and your extra deck pretty much. But if you're ready to like beat down your opponent with Avalanche, go ahead. Next, we have 2 spear modes. You play 2 spear modes or 2 golems. I think golems would be better because you need a 2. It requires 2 tributes to summon golem. While spear mode you need 3. So yeah, this is my side deck option. So if my opponent does play giant ass fields, then spear modes will probably be my pick. Next, I play 1 Ecclesia. It's just for my search for punishment, and also it just protects her. She doesn't get destroyed by monsters that come from the extra deck, so that's it. But yeah, I think I might put her in the main deck and maybe add 1 more card, maybe a 3rd spear mode, but I don't know yet. Next, we have 3 copies of Ice Dragon Prison. This is my, okay, so I'm going to show you my floodgates, I guess I should say. Or not floodgates, but my battle traps, because the rest are these are like kind of normal traps. So we have Ice Dragon Prisons, Dimensional Burials, and Evenly Match. So Dimensional Burial, like really, like I can't really see you first turn summoning monsters from the extra deck, and it'll stop your opponents from doing their stuff or their shenanigans, which is a good idea. And I always like to side these in for anything else that I can side out, in my opinion. But these are really good trap cards, and this deck really wants to go first a lot so they can set up, have the trap set up and everything. Evenly Match, if you feel special and want to go second, good idea, because it just banishes until you have depends how many cards, the difference of what you have and your opponent has. So pretty much, hopefully maybe you have draw this card on if you're going second, and drop this down from your hand, because you can activate from this hand if you don't have any cards in your field. Ice Dragon Prisons, this works against people who has the same archetype, like Dark Magician, Cyber Dragons, maybe zombies and other stuff. It's just the way to out people with it. Because you can special summon it, you special summon a monster from your side, our opponent's graveyard, special summon, and effects are negated. But if they're playing with the same type, you can banish one on your side and one on your opponent's side. Funny thing is, it's not a targetable set, so it's pretty much a select effect too. So pretty much, I guess you can say this can out Dragoon, which is cool. Next, my last, there's Summon Judgments. It's pretty much the big no. You cannot play spell cards. You might not play traps, monster, everything, just anything. But all you have to do is pay half of your life points, which is kind of big. But for Avalanche, life points don't really matter, which is cool. Next, I play. This is my Xyz package. So I play 1 Super Dreadnought Cannon Rofio Max, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Libre, Constellar Palatalis, and Zeus. Yeah, this is my Zeus package. I'm about to say, pretty much, you can burn your opponent for 2,000. This gains 2,000 attacks all the number of times on the field with Xyz +1, but it only attacks monsters. So don't think about, oh, my opponent only has 1 monster left, and you have maybe 3 Xyz extra. you can't just attack 2 more times direct. You know, you cannot do that. You have to. It has to be monsters on the field, so it's pretty much like a wild edge, I guess you should say. Castellar Palace, you know, it gets the bouncer card, so it's like a compulse quick effect, which is cool. And you know, Zeus is like the ultimate god of Xyz, paying, you know, dumping 2 Xyz to send everything to the graveyard. Send, not destroy, because I thought a while ago it destroys, but no, it sends, which is actually kind of insane. By the way, I love the Toon Avalanche. I think it's very cool. So next is like my Synchros, even though I don't really play Synchros, but it's just for if I'm facing against like a Dogmatica Maximus, or maybe I just punishment it. Is 2 copies of Pegasus. He also does the same thing as Constellar. It just bounces. That's the reason I play it. It's really good. I could actually switch this with a Fossil Warrior that you just banish and destroys. I might actually do that, to be honest. I'm not sure yet, but you know what? Maybe I'm gonna do that. Maybe think about this as a Fossil Warrior, or if when Pegasus. It's one or the other. I don't know yet, but I'll probably figure it out sooner or later. Next is my links. Yeah, my links. Play 1 Link Spider, 1 Tri-Brigade of the Farigite, Lina, Nightmare Unicorn, and Access Code Talker. It's just the light link. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh god, I'm sorry. I was coughing. You know, my Link Spider is just for my Conquistador, or my Conquistador, and my Haquero is just a summon. If I actually summon them in my last turn, I can just, you know, link summon to this, and in phase banish my trap monster for the elixir. That's the main reason I use it. Plus he's an earth, so yeah. Oh, I had 2 earths, I didn't notice that. This is like one of my Dogmatica punishments. I might actually play maybe 2 more copies of those, I don't know yet. This is still build, just letting you know. Farigite, again, it's another, well, this is a good Dogmatica punishment target, because when she goes to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card and put 1 card in the bottom of your deck, which is pretty cool. This can help you with link climbing. What she can do is if there's like a light in your opponent's graveyard, you can special summon it. It has to be on the triangles, on the zones. But yeah, that's what it is. It just helps you get to your link 3. And Unicorn. Unicorn's really cool too. It can bounce a card by discarding 1 card. If it's code link with Nightmares, I believe you can draw 1 extra card, which is kind of cool. But but the bouncing to put in the deck is pretty neat too. And Access Code Talker, you know, Access Code Talker, just give it 5300 and banish away and destroy everything. If you could destroy it all the way. Sorry, I don't know, my throat's actually a little shot today, I'm sorry. Next I play 3 copies of Intis. This is my fusion, and my Phoenix Forcer. Again, I'm still building on the extra deck. I might actually play 2 more copies of Punishment for this deck, because I can just play, you know, my battle fusion monsters for protection. And you know, Phoenix Destroyer is just Phoenix Destroyer. It's just an unstoppable killing machine, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a while. Well, college is great. And yeah, well, I'm gonna be doing more deck profiles probably in the future. Maybe I've got 1 more in. But I'm gonna start doing live streams, because I have a cattle prod. Sorry about that. Just gotta zoom back in. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and have a nice day. Peace.